popping, everybody? I'm Virginia, and welcome back to the Retro Fashion Tarot channel. Today's video will be on Aquarius, who in the Greek mythos roughly equates to Dionysus, the god of wine, spirits, well, wine spirits, you get this, that, parties, revelries, and insanity. He is a rather dangerous god, Dionysus, and also tends to be one of the more bored ones among the bunch. He always dreads the solstice meetings where all the gods have to meet up. The gods do meet up, by the way. Every summer and winter solstice. Summer when they're at their absolute peak. Winter when they're at their weakest. They do meet up for meetings. How are we all doing today, Aquarius? Hope we're all having a wonderful Wednesday, I believe, when this goes up. You're halfway through the week. You're getting there. You're getting there, Aquarius. I wouldn't say you're almost there, but you're getting there. And without much further ado, let's begin. Starting off, Venus Wisdom. Not a bad start, Aquarius. I don't know what you're up to right now, but whatever you're doing, you're taking a very modest approach. You're staying wide, you're staying objective, you're staying, you're staying out of things that you shouldn't be in, and, you're being wide about things. I don't know what you're up to, but you're doing well. This is a good start for you, Aquarius. See what it's called, your closest acquaintance? Siren's Call. Okay. I've already got an inkling as to what this may be about. Your friend here may be doing some rather dangerous things with their lives, and you are being the voice of wisdom. You were the one who's trying to tell them, hey, dude, it's kind of nutty. I wouldn't do this if I were you. I know it seems like a good idea right now, but this is not a good idea. You don't need too much common sense to know this is not a good idea. You're having the wisdom to not join them on these endeavors. Whether they do it or not themselves, well, that's up to them, of course. And up to you to stop. Where'd you head at? Artemis's moon. So there you go. You are a wild child, Aquarius. You are a wild child. But you're not so wild as to, become a sort of adrenaline junkie in this case. You're not so wild as to know, when a risk is too great to take. When the fine line is drawn between, risky and downright ridiculous. It can be a tough line to draw, Aquarius, and I know that line can blur pretty easily. I'm well aware of how easy that line can blur. A lot of lines can blur when you're doing stuff like this. But this tells me, this card right here, of Venus Wisdom, this tells me right here that you know what you're doing. Aquarius, you have thought long and hard about this, and you know what to do and what not to do. You're a much wiser person than you once were. What's around you? Penelope's faith. Okay, so, you don't support your friends' endeavors here. You don't support them doing what they're doing right now. But, as much as you can't endorse it, you are there for them, and you're holding on hope that, hey, maybe they will come out of this okay. Maybe this is a business endeavor. Maybe this is just, doing some crazy stuff in your life. I don't know what they're doing right now. I don't know what you're doing, but whatever the case may be, you don't endorse it, but you are with them. You're not abandoning them in their time of need. They need someone to rely on. They need a rock they can, hold on to in these rapids. And right now, Aquarius, you are that rock. And I think you're doing pretty well, all things considered. What do you want? The Titan struggle. Ooh, okay, so this is what you don't want to happen. You don't want to fight with them for this. You two have already come to blows about this once or twice, I think. You two have already come to blows about this, and you have told them, hey, my guy, or gal, doesn't matter to me, but my friend here, my friend, I can't support what you're doing. I don't endorse it, but if you ever need some support, if you ever need someone to come back to when it's all said and done, I'm right here. Give me a call. You are the one they will come back to if they need help, Aquarius. And that's great. That's really good because you've been through this before. You yourself have taken some of these risks before, and they might have paid off for you, but they might not have. You might have gotten injured once or twice. You might have, had some bad things happen, but realistically, you know what you're doing here, Aquarius. You have drawn that line between confidence and arrogance, and you have, stepped back from it with awesome speed. Good for you. Who's advising you? Aries Battle Cry. Okay. There's the actually third major Olympian god in the dream so far. We have three major Olympian gods so far present in this reading. You are advising your friend that if they want to go for it, then go for it. You can't stop them, and you have no right to stop them. You know that you have no right to stop them because you've done these things yourself before. But you're also telling them, this is a bad idea. I have done this before. You, Aquarius, that's right, I'm looking at you, Aquarius. You've done these things before. Haven't ended too well. Telling your friend now, if you do this, do it at your own peril. Not like signing a waiver or anything, but just sort of enter at your own peril kind of deal. What's the dilemma? I guess it's the sense. Wow. You'd love to join them, Aquarius. You would love to join your friends here in some of these endeavors. Because you've been through this before. You know what you're doing here. You've been, you've taken on something like this before. You see what comes from it. You know what happens when you take a path like this. And you may have succeeded. I feel like you did succeed, Aquarius, but you may have had a few bumps along the road, but you did in the end succeed. But this path is not one that you are too keen on taking again. You want to. You would love to try this again. But not as young as you used to be, Aquarius. Bear that in mind. Not as young as you used to be. That's not to say you're not as sharp as you used to be, because you are sharper than ever. I'm just saying, not as young as you used to be. Risks like this, you know that they border on arrogance. You know that this borders on absurd. Tread lightly, Aquarius. Who has the power? The Gorgon's there. It's in your hands, and you know you're afraid of this. This is not something you want to be doing right now, Aquarius. It's in your hands. Don't feel like this is out of your hands, Aquarius. They may be out of your hands, but you, Aquarius, are not. You have control over your own life, your own actions here. This is not rocket science here, Aquarius. You can, take control of this. If you feel uncomfortable taking these risks, don't take them. Back away. It's that simple. It does not need to be complicated. If you don't feel like taking these risks, step back and tell your friend why. Because I think they'll understand. What's holding you back? Heste's her. There you go. That's what I'm freaking talking about. Heste is her. You feel right at home where you are. You are comfortable. You are happy. Things are great for you. Your life is going beautifully. You've settled into a new routine without all these risks. And, you don't want to ruin that. The last thing you want to do is ruin the life you have built for yourself, Aquarius. That's the very last thing you want to do. Because, you're happy right now where you are. You're happy. You're a much wiser person. Perhaps you're a bit more battle-hardened. But, you're happy where you are right now. Don't ruin that for their sake. As much as I need to tell you this, they're not worth that. If you're happy, stick with what makes you happy, Aquarius. Don't ruin that. What's being hidden? Next is Starlit Vale. There are unseen forces at work here. Perhaps your friend is being influenced by somebody else to do these. Perhaps your friend is taking some bad advice from someone. Perhaps they met someone new in their life. Perhaps they met a mentor who's telling them to do this and that. If they want to, get some money or something like that. I don't know. Whatever these risks are about, this feels like it revolves around money, but it also feels like it's more for the fun of it for them than it is for the money for them. For you, it was about the money, and that's what kept you on a steady track because you knew when to quit. I don't think they know when to quit. Whereas I think you're going to need to tell them when to quit. I think you really are going to need to know when to tell them when to quit. Can you succeed? Absolutely, you can. The Fury's Pursuit. Mm-mm-mm. You could succeed, but you're going to need to lay down the law, Aquarius. You're going to need to lay down the law big time. And I know that's tough for you. I know that, laying down the law here might be hard for you, especially since they're your friend. You don't want to hurt them. You just want them to understand that this is bad for them. They need to have a purpose. They need to have a reason for doing this other than just a temporary thrill. They need to have structure behind it. You gotta lay down the law. Aquarius. What happens in the end? Ariadne's threat. You take them out of the maze. They have been, there's sort of a web of problems that have built up around them, and now you, with your thread, are guiding them through this web of mazes and getting them out of here. You're bailing them out, Aquarius. You are bailing your friend out of here, you're getting them out, and that's all there is to it, really. This is a pretty fantastic reading. So let's find out when it's all happening, shall we? When's this all happening? Morpheus's realm. Okay, definitely in the future. Definitely in the future. This is something probably a few months out. I'd say 4 or 5 months out, this is all going to start happening. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I can tell you that it's not happening right now. Right now, things are good for you. Right now, things are happy for you. You've got a good life. You're doing well. Everything's great for you. You just need to brace yourself for what's coming here. Because this is coming down the pike. He's coming down the pike. And if you're prepared for it, I have no doubt you'll make the right choices. Okay. No clarification needed here. Let me take you through the story once more just to clarify a few things. Again, this all takes place in the future. In the future, you're a much wiser person. You might be a much wiser person now. You're a wisdom figure to them. You're sort of a mentor to this person, your friend here, who is taking increasingly great risks. Risks that you yourself have taken before. So they've come to you for, advice and assistance. And you're like, yeah, I used to be like you. I used to be you. I used to be this person that you are now. And I still am in my own way, but not nearly as risk taking. And I gotta tell you, this is you, by the way, this is your perspective. I gotta tell you, the risks you're taking are pretty great. I don't want to fight you over this. You don't want to fight them over this. You want them to understand that although you can't support their actions, you are with them. They can, carry your presence, I suppose, your, guiding presence wherever they go. You have faith in them that they'll, succeed, but you've got to be there for them. You're telling them, hey, if you want to go for it, go for it. You want to do this? Do this. And you'd love to join them, believe me, you would, but you know better. Aquarius, you know better. You know that you can't join them. You've got older, wiser, firmer in your stances. That's not a bad thing in this case, Aquarius. Wisdom of Athena will win out for you. You're right where you need to be right now, Aquarius. You're at home, you're happy, you're healthy. You are right where you need to be. And when the time comes, will pull your friend out of the darkness. You'll pull them out of the maze. You got this, Aquarius. Be there for your friend. Because this is coming. Like a storm. And on that not so cheerful note, thank you all so very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video of mine. We're trying to get to the big 1,000 subscribers, people. We are getting there. We're at almost 750 subs. Let's get there, people. 75% of the way there. By the end of the month. We can do that easily. I know we can. Thank you all so much for watching and have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.